What's good, fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the LDBC. And tonight, I know you guys know it's fight night. And it's about 2 or 3 good fights, coming on tonight. It's going to be on HBO. But first, we have up the super welterweight division, which would be 154 pounds. We have Jamie Manguia is fighting Liam Smith for the WBO championship title. Now, real quick, I'm gonna talk about the specs on both of these fighters. Starting with Manguia, he is to the left. He's 29-0, 25 knockouts. He's fought for 89 rounds. His knockout rating is 86%. He's 21 years old, very young, very powerful, very tall, lanky fighter. He's 6 foot tall. He is the WBO champion. He is from Mexico. He got that Aztec warrior look to him as well. He looked like a warrior, straight up. But it is the 154-pound division. And one thing I noticed straight off the bat when I was looking at his resume, that this man is hungry. All right, this boy fights, okay? And I mean, like, he fights like 4 times a year type fights. You know what I mean? Like, he gets down. This will be his 4th fight this year, 2018. He had one in February. He had a fight in March. He had a fight in May. Now he's about to fight again in July. The man's hungry. All right. He fought 7 times in 2017, 7 times in 2016, and like his resume goes like that. You know what I mean? He fights 6 to 7 times a year. Now, for Liam Smith, he's 26-1-1, 1 loss, 1 draw, 14 knockouts. His 1 loss came by way of knockout. He got knocked out by Canelo Alvarez, which was a very entertaining fight. He didn't shy away from Canelo. He was, try to, fight Canelo like he was a regular fighter. He wasn't scared at all in the ring, and I appreciate that. I like that fight that he had against Canelo. His knockout rating is 50%. He's fought for 160 rounds. He's 29 years old. He's 5'9.5", and he's a fighter out of the UK. The good thing that I could say about him is that, he has an okay jaw, and he could take some, a good amount of punishment. He has a nice guard with his defense. And I say those 3 things because Manguia, to me, is a very powerful puncher. You could tell he puts his shoulder into it. He puts all of that into his punches. He's not a pity pat puncher. He punches to injure you. He punches to get you out of there. He is not a fighter that goes for points. He goes for knockouts. And you can tell because Jamie Manguia's last 6 fights was either knockouts or TKOs. And I honestly think Liam Smith will be number 7. I think this fight will end in stoppage. And Manguia will retain his WBO championship title that he just got from Saddam Ali. But Manguia isn't a stationary fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be stationary enough for Liam Smith to, fight the way he needs to fight, in order to, have to me, I think he's gonna need to show his punching power to Manguia, because if he doesn't, I think Manguia is gonna run through him just like Saddam Ali. I think he's the type of fighter you gotta have him scared you gotta have him scared to some type of degree for you to fight him roughly, like a rugged fight, a slug match. And that's probably what this is going to turn out to be. I don't see Liam Smith trying to outbox Jamie. I don't think that's going to work, honestly. And I don't think slugging with him is going to work. So I'm going to go with Manguia getting him out of there within 6 rounds. And that's just how I feel. That's just my opinion. But that is the main event, and that's the main event. And the fight after that I will be trying to watch is the Alberto Machado against Who is this cat named? Rafael Mancia. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. But real quick on the stats for Machado and Rafael is Alberto Machado to the left. He's Puerto Rican. His record's 19-0. He has 16 knockouts. He's fought for 51 rounds. He has a knockout rating at 84%, and he is the WBA champion at 130 pounds. He's 27 years old. He's 5'10", which is pretty tall for that weight class, and his reach is 72 inches, which is pretty long also. Rafael, on the other hand, record is 31-0. He has 23 knockouts. His knockout rating is 74%, and he's fought for 173 rounds, and he's a southpaw. Honestly, you can't really pull up a lot of footage for Rafael. I think most of his fights has been in Africa, and you know how I feel about those fighters that had majority of their. If it's not the UK, to a certain degree, a lot of other places, if they fought all of their fights there, when they come to the US, a lot of fighters don't really win that first fight. You know what I'm saying? We have the ones that. He's okay, but so is Alberto Machado. He's an okay fighter too. I just think that the speed is going to be kind of the factor in this fight. You know, Machado has a little bit of speed with him. He does have the reach advantage, it looks like, and he's not scared to punch while you're punching. He's not scared to punch in between your flurries, because the way he got this championship belt was by fighting Jezreel Corrales. He's a very speedy, very crafty fighter, throws about 6 shots at a time, and he knocked him out and knocked him down, a few times, and it was because he was throwing his punches in between his. Did come over, and make a big splash in the States, like, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, and, we have a certain number of them, but to the most part, I don't really favor those type of fighters, and he's that type of fighter. I don't know if all of his fights has been in Africa, but majority of them have been. And I did pull up some footage of him, and he's a pretty good fighter. He's a little above average. He's not nothing to to say that he was a prospect at any period of time. He's okay, and so is his combination that he was throwing at him. But he has power too. Both fighters have power. I really don't know who's going to win this fight, but I'm going to say I'm leaning towards Machado for the reasons that I already said. But for the last fight of the night, this fight was supposed to be with Boo Boo Andre. All right, Demetrius Andre was supposed to fight that cat right there. Whoever this cat is right here, I'm guessing is Yamaguchi Flacco. I have no idea. But this Yamaguchi character was supposed to fight Boo Boo Andreas, but Andrea, Demetrius fell out of the fight, so they paired this fella up with this guy, Espradas. I'm guessing his record 17-3. He has 3 losses. He has 12 knockouts. He's 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. He's 27 years old, from Mexico, with a 60% knockout rating. He's fought for 79 rounds. So, he's still a little bit new in the game, but I think he's going to lose to Yamaguchi. And his specs is 15-0. He has 7 knockouts. He's fought for 85 rounds. He has a 44% knockout rating. He's 30 years old, from Brazil. He's 6 feet tall with a 74-inch reach. And this is more like a gut feeling type of thing. I couldn't find footage on the other fella, but this guy is just as green. He just has no losses. Not as powerful, but it might be a good fight as well if you want to check out all the fights that's happening tonight on HBO. There you go. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.